குறள் 92 அகனமர்ந்து ஈதலின் நன்றே முகனமர்ந்து இன்சொலன் ஆகப்பெறின். விளக்க உரை. முகமலர்ந்து இன்சொல் உடையவனாக இருக்கப் பெற்றால் மனமகிழ்ந்து பொருள் கொடுக்கும் ஈகையை விட நல்லதாகும். Good morning to all. Starting methods of three-phase induction motors. It is a topic now we are going to know. At the end of this video lecture, student can understand clearly about need of starters for three-phase induction motors, types of starters used for three-phase induction motors, and the explanation of direct online starter and rotor resistance starter. Those details can be understood clearly by the student. Let us discuss one by one. First one, need for starters. When a three-phase induction motor is switched on at a normal supply voltage, heavy current will flow through the motor because at the time of starting there is no back EMF. An induction motor, when directly switched on, takes 5 to 7 times of its full load current and it develops only 1.5 to 2.5 times of full load torque. This initial inrush of excessive current is objectionable because it will produce large line voltage drop. This will affect the operation of other electrical equipments connected to the same line. Due to this, starters are used for starting the three-phase induction motors. Dear students, when three-phase induction motors are not provided with the starters, it will consume around 5 to 7 times of full load current, which develops 1.5 to 2.5 times of full load torque. This initial inrush of excessive current should be avoided. For that purpose only, we are introducing starters for three-phase induction motors. Let us know the types of starters used for three-phase induction motors. First one, stator resistance starter, auto transformer starter, star delta starter, direct online starter, rotor resistance starter. 5 starters are given here. In these 5, first 4 are connected at stator side. So these 4 starters are common for both squirrel cage induction motor and slip ring induction motor. But the last one, rotor resistance starter, is connected at the rotor side. So it is used only for slip ring induction motor. Let us know about direct online starter, which can be used for both squirrel cage induction motor and slip ring induction motor. A motor of small capacity which gathers normal speed quickly can be started with this starter. A small capacity motor that is below 2 kilowatts draws only small amount of current. This may not cause much voltage drop in the supply line. Look at the diagram. 2 circles are there, inner circle for rotor part, outer circle for stator part. RYB connected with the stator side. Here M1, M2, M3 are main contactors and they are normally open type, making and breaking of motor line current. So these contactors are opened by a relay coil, that is UVRC. Next one, we have to know about the switches S1, S2, S3, S4. Here S1 is in NO type, that is normally open type. Remaining S2, S3, S4 are normally closed type. And these are all connected in series with the relay coil, that is OLRC. OLRC is connected in series with motor line supply. Let us know the operation. When TPSTS, that is triple pole single throw switch, is closed, the undervolt relay coil is energized and it will operate the main contactors to close. Hence, the full voltage is given to the motor and it runs. Closing of contactor A retains the supply to the UVRC. Contactor S2 is used to disconnect the supply from the motor by manually pressing it. Remote operation of the same can be achieved with the help of contactor S3. S2 for manual operation, S3 for remote operation. Here we have provided two protection. One is UVRC, another one is OLRC. When the supply voltage either fails or falls below certain value, the holding power given by UVRC comes down, causing the main contactors to be opened. Thus, the motor is protected from low voltage protection. UVRC offers low voltage protection. Next one is overload protection. When the line current exceeds then the preset value, OLRC is energized and causes the contactor S4 to open. When S4 opens, the UVRC is disconnected from the supply. Therefore, it will release the main contactors. So these points are explained already. The relation between starting torque and full load torque is given by the equation TST by TFL is equal to ISC by IFL whole square into SF. Here TST starting torque, TFL full load torque, ISC short circuit current which is equal to starting current, and IFL is full load current. SF is full load slip. Advantages are simple and most economical starter. DOL starters are more comfortable to design, operate and control. Disadvantages: DOL starter causes a significant dip in voltage, hence suitable only for small motors. Let us discuss about a rotor resistance starter. As the title implies, the resistance connected with the rotor side. The starter can be used only for slip ring induction motor because external or starting resistance is connected in rotor terminals. Look at the diagram. The external resistances are connected with the inner circle, that is rotor circuit. In this method, the motor is always started with full line voltage and it is applied across the stator terminals. The value of starting current is adjusted by introducing variable resistance in the rotor circuit. At starting, the full resistance is included and hence the starting current is reduced. The resistance is gradually cut out of the rotor circuit as the motor gathers speed. These are all the explanation for rotor resistance starter, and it is used only for slip ring induction motor. Thank you all.